Hey, Spank, welcome. Black Ninja, welcome, girl. Minnesota, welcome, my friend. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. It's been a busy 4 days for me, but it's all good. Hey, Frankie, how are you? Welcome. Looking forward to seeing you on Thursday. Hey, Juju. How are you, my friend? Hey, Dave. Welcome. BP. Welcome, welcome. It's been a while. Welcome back. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so topic today is about lying. And can lying be a dangerous road? And does it catch up with us when we least expect it? So the first thing I want to know is why do people lie? Now, we're all human. We've all lied. But I'm talking about the people who are the repeat offenders, the people who are the habitual liars, the people who feel that they need to lie either possibly to be liked, to be accepted, or they just lie. And is lying a part of I don't want to say is it part of human nature, because I kind of think it is, but then again, I kind of think that it's not. But do we have to lie to do certain things? Like, do politicians have to lie? Do children have to lie to their parents if they're trying to get out of trouble? Do we lie to our spouses? You know, and it's not saying something. If not speaking up when you know something is not true. Is that lying, or are you kind of co-signing for the person that is lying? So that's kind of what I want to talk about. Um, you know, some people lie because they want to be accepted. Um, you have uh, children who lie. When I say children, I'm also talking about teens. So I guess I should say children, grade school and high school teens lie because they want to be accepted. Um, well, BP, I'm glad you got up. I'm glad you got up. You're listening to my show. So do teens like to be accepted and say, oh yeah, I can do this too, or my parents do this, or we live here, we live there, whatever, when they really don't. But can lying be a dangerous road? Can it sooner or later catch up with you uh, when you least expect it? Because one thing that I do believe in is I do believe in karma. I do believe that the things that you put out there is going to come back to you. If it's good, you'll get good things back. If it's bad, you'll get bad things back. It may not happen tomorrow. It may not happen the same day. It may not happen for 20 years, but when it comes, it is going to come. So when that lie catches up with you, is it hard to kind of tread water and try to take it back? And when you tell one lie, are you telling another lie to cover up that lie, to cover up that lie, to cover up that lie? Hey, sweet as always, Angel Bear, welcome back. So do we just keep lying and lying and lying to cover up the other lie, the other lie, the other lie? And then the people who know that you're telling the lie, do they call you out? Now, for me, when I know someone's lying to me, sometimes I'll call them out. Sometimes I won't. Sometimes I'll just listen. Maybe they know that I know they're lying. Maybe they don't. Hey, Mr. B, welcome. But can lying, I mean, at what point do you need to stop lying? I mean, is it hard for someone who has been lying their entire life to suddenly stop? And the person that is always lying and people are always catching them in a lie, when they finally tell the truth, is it hard for other people to believe them because you've lied so much that, just like the boy that cried wolf, you lied so much that now you're telling the truth. I don't believe you. And my other question is, can lying ever be a good thing? Is it okay to lie to protect someone's feelings? You don't want them to get hurt. If you know that a friend of yours at school, that other people are talking about them really, really bad, Spanky says, a lie is a lie, it is a lie. Okay. But again, someone is talking about your friend really, really bad, and they have no clue. And they ask you, I don't think people like me. Do people like me? I feel that people don't like me. Do you lie and tell them, oh yeah, sure, people like you, I like you? You know how people say, well, I like you. Is that okay to lie to them? Or do you just come out and tell them, well, I hear that, a lot of people, they're, really talking about you. And, so is it okay to lie so someone doesn't get hurt? So I guess I can flip this over and say, can telling the truth be a dangerous road? Can always telling someone the truth, can that hurt someone? Can that be a bad thing? And Spanky says you can be real and have empathy with someone. Okay. All right. But Spanky, what if you're being real with that person and you have all the empathy in the world and you tell them something, you're telling them the truth, but they just can't handle it? And there have been some people that like that. What if they take their own lives, or they hurt themselves, or they do something that's detrimental to them or to someone else because you had empathy, you told them the truth, but would a lie have been better? Would it have been better just to lie to them as opposed to telling them the truth? Because who was it that said you can't handle the truth? Some people can't. And Spanky says, honestly, that's on them. Don't ask if you can't handle it. So should people, and Minnesota says yes and no. Now, Spanky, I'm with you when I say you can't handle it, but What if it's not about something like, do I look good in these jeans? Does my butt look big? You know, do these colors match or something? And you tell them no, and then they just get a little, their feelings get hurt, whatever. As opposed to telling them something about if someone likes you. I'm talking about someone that's insecure, and you know this person is insecure. So is it on them? I mean, at some point, do you tell them the truth? Do you hold back? Because you have a lot of people out there with who are, in terms of their emotions, they are very fragile. And I am not one, and I've said this before, I'm not one to deal with people who are emotionally needy. Every situation, Spanky says, every situation you can tell the truth, but back it up with positive if you can. Okay, so I'm coming up with this person in school is someone that people talk about. Maybe they're considered to be the class nerd, whatever. They get talked about the clothes they wear, you know, uh, their home life, whatever. And you're their only friend. And they ask you point blank, are people talking about me? How do you back that up with something positive? So you're a nerd, point out the other nerds that are killing it. Okay. All right. But when you're in that high school phase, when we all kind of are in that phase where, I mean, when you're in high school, you have your hormones and raging and things like that. You don't think the way you would when you're 30. You don't think the way you would when you're 25. You're easily swayed. And high school is a different animal. It is. I mean, you have people who start smoking because everyone else is doing it, knowing they can't stand the taste of tobacco, but they do it anyway. You have girls that are having sex because everyone else is doing it, or a guy or even their friend may say, oh, it's not a big thing, but it may be a big thing to them, but to be accepted, they do that. Or you have a guy who doesn't want to have sex. But if he doesn't, or at least pretend, so he lies and says, oh yeah, I did it with so and so, I did it with so and so, whatever. Can that be dangerous? If you lie and say that you did it with this particular girl and knowing doggone well that you didn't, are you setting her up to look easy? And what will she do when she finds out that you said that about her? Can lying be dangerous? Can your lie affect someone else? Let's go from high school to the workplace. You lied about a particular job or something that you did, and you took credit, knowing doggone well that you didn't do it. But this other person was up for a promotion, a promotion that they deserved and needed. They didn't get it. Maybe they're having problems with bills at home and they needed that job to help them cover their bills. Can your lie be detrimental on what they do? You know, if you are that parent who someone is complaining about your child being a bully, and you know damn well your child is a bully. Oh, he didn't do that. He would never do that. Knowing that he did, or knowing that she did. Your daughter's that mean girl. But you cover up for them. You lie for them. Then one day, the person that they're bullying, the person that they're being mean to, comes up to school, bang, bang. Can lying be a dangerous road? What do you do? You know, would the world be a lot better if we, you know, if we just did, what do you call it, an experiment when no one could lie for 24 or 48 hours. Everyone had to tell the truth. Some truths may be hard truths. Some truths may be, okay, I'm just telling you the truth. Would the world be better off if everyone told the truth for 24 hours and no one lied? No one. Do doctors ever lie to their patients? Knowing that a surgery is a lot more difficult than they're letting on, but they don't want their patient to be nervous. See, I don't think there's any such thing as a routine surgery. I don't, even if you're getting your tonsils out, because everybody's different. Something can happen. You can be allergic to the anesthesia or something. Something can happen. So, do doctors lie to their patients so their patients won't feel so anxious? Is that considered a good lie? As opposed to, well, is this procedure? Well, yes, I will tell you that, you know, there's a 50-50 chance that you'll survive, as opposed to, well, we'll just go in and we'll, just get it out and blah, 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 blah. And they try to make it sound whatever. Should they do that? Should they tell the truth? Should a teacher tell the truth to a parent about their child? What if it's that child that teacher just can't stand? Your child is that teacher, is that student that teacher just can't stand. Because your child, excuse my French, is a little shit. Welcome, Mary. What do you, do you tell the parent the truth? Or do you lie to that parent? Oh, say, oh, yes, your child. You can gloss it over. But are you doing that child and that parent? You don't have to come out and tell them that their child is a little shit or anything. But do you tell that parent that, your child is really difficult? Your child does this. Your child does this. We've tried this. Whatever. It just is not working. Do some people need to hear the hard truths? Welcome, One Steel Horse. Do some people need to hear the hard truths about themselves, about their family members, about their friends, about the work they're doing on the job? Or is it okay to tell that little white lie? And does that little lie turn into that bigger lie? And I have another question for you guys. Is lying and deceiving, is that the same thing? If you lie to someone, is it the same thing as deceiving them? Is it better to lie to someone or is it better to deceive them? And does either one of them, when it catches up with you, what do you do? Is there such thing as a little lie as opposed to a big lie? If you lied and said that you did not rob a bank, or you lied and said that you did not, steal that candy from the candy store, they're both lies, right? Or does it depend on, well, you robbed a bank, that's kind of a big thing, and you stole a candy bar, that's not so big. Or maybe that kid who consistently got away with stealing the candy bar because they didn't think it was such a big deal turns out to be the person that's robbing the banks later on. And can lies hurt you in the end with other people? Can you consistently lie to someone? Can that friend that you have consistently lie to you over and over and over again until you just get to the point where not only do you not believe them, but you don't want to be around them anymore? How much does a lie impact a relationship? If you were in a relationship and you found out that your significant other was cheating, is that as big a deal as if you found out that, or I take that back. You found out that your significant other was cheating. Is that as big of a deal if that person, your significant other, lied to you constantly? Spanking says that would be deceiving, same as a lie to me. But if that same person just lied to you about everything, you knew that person just lies. Would one be easier to accept? Would you be easier? Is it easier to accept the cheating part as opposed to the fact that this person just lies? Can lying be a reason to get a divorce? Spanky says, oh, that trust is out the door along with her. I ain't putting up with either. Okay. And Blunt says yes. If you found out that your boss, every time you turn in some work, whatever, and you found out your boss was taking all of the credit, do you call your boss out? Do you go over their head and say, hey, I was the one that did this. I was the one that did that? How much can lying discredit you? And again, I say, does it catch up to you when you least expect it? What if your friend or significant other or whomever came up to you and said, I lied to you about this, I lied to you about that, I was lying about this, I was lying about that, and they came clean? Would you believe them? You didn't know they were lying. You had no idea. They just came clean one day. Would you believe them? I'm sure you would probably be surprised of whatever they're telling you. But would you believe that friend? Would you believe your significant other? Or would it be the next time they told you something, you're looking at them sideways because you don't know if they're telling you the truth or if they're telling you a lie? So again, I ask. And we went through one day where everyone had to tell the truth for 24 hours. How do you think your relationships would be? What we went through one day when everyone had to lie to each other for 24 hours. How do you think everyone's relationships would be with each other? Spanking says, I was married for 27 hours. She came clean after the wedding. It was over. I really don't put up with that. Sorry and not sorry. Wow. 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 Oh, okay. All right. More than twice she did. Wow. And then what if you are getting married? Do you really want to know everything? Are there some things that you should keep to yourself? And this is a guy. This is a question for the guys. If your soon to be wife told you that she had been with 50 men, would you want to marry her? Yes or no? Come on, guys. Hey, bar girl. Would you want to marry her? Yes or no? She told you that she had been with 50 men in her lifetime. Would you want to marry her? Okay, Spanky says, oh no. All right, all right. So my question is to the women. Right before you got married, you found out that your soon-to-be husband had been with 50 women. Would you want to marry her? Would you want to marry him? Oh boy. Minnesota says no. Come on, ladies. Okay, because my question is, the reason why I'm asking is because I do believe, and I know I'm kind of getting off topic here, whatever, but I do believe there is a double standard when it comes to men and women. Um, but is that something you would lie about? Okay, my max number is 7. That's an interesting number. Why 7? Is that supposed to be a lucky 7, or why 7? I mean, would you? I mean, so do you lie if your significant other asked before you all got married or move in together, whatever? How many women have you been with? How many men have you been with? Or your man, they may say like, how many men have you been with? You're a woman. How many women have you been with? I mean, I don't know. How many, you know, uh, yeah, and Blunt wants to know, Spanky, does that go for men too? You know, we're all grown up. Why should it matter how many partners you've been with? But Blunt, you have to admit that it does matter. It does matter. Some people don't want to. Some men may think that women are sluts. Some women may think that men are players, and they've been dipping everywhere. Spanky says, I'm at 5, my wife makes 5. I'm a different piece. I mean, so is that something that you lie about? Was it Wilt Chamberlain? Was it Wilt Chamberlain who supposedly had been with over 1,000 women? Was it him or was it Kareem Abdul? I get it mixed up. One says I wouldn't lie about it. Okay. Spanky says, nobody want to use car with lots of miles. Okay. Okay. It was Will. Okay. So I don't want to be with a man that's been with 1,000 women, over 1,000 women. I mean, come on. I mean, even over 100. I mean, so do you lie about something like that? Is that something that you lie about, or do you tell the truth? I mean, it's just it goes back to, you can't handle the truth. Some people cannot handle the truth. Some people will get so upset. And let's say you did end up marrying that person, whether it was, a woman's been with all those people or a man's been with all those people. Do you go through the rest of your marriage not trusting them? Power Girl says lie. Do you go through the rest of your life, the rest of your marriage, not trusting them? If they come home late for work, are you looking at them sideways? Well, who were you with? If they're doing a project at work with somebody, well, did you sleep with them? Do you lie? What do you do? What do you do? Welcome, Tina. Is that how you pronounce it? What do you do? I mean, do you lie about something like that, and does it catch up to you? I'm not sure how that can catch up to you to find out how many people you've been with. But do you lie? If you're in a relationship and you're about to take that step where you're going to sleep with the person, and they ask you, not if you have an STD, but if you've ever had one. Let's say you have. You took whatever you had to do. It's clear it up. Say you Spanky says, I have them fill out an application. I mean, is it getting to that point? Is it getting to that point with certain things that you do want an application? And at the bottom it says, I swear everything that I've said is true, blah, 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 blah. And then you sign it. But how many people would want to be with someone that has had an STD and say it was years and years and years ago? Ever since then, they've been in their perfect health. Do you lie and say no? Or do you tell the truth and say yes? And you tell them, oh, it was back in 1974. It was in 82. But are people still, I tell them it, oops, never mind. I don't know what you're trying to say, Spanky. I mean, do you, I mean, again, do you tell the truth or do you just lie? And does it matter if, let's say you had the STD 20 years ago, never had anything since? Does it matter if you had the STD 20 years ago, 2 years ago, or 2 months ago, but it's all cleared up? Does it matter? Really blunt? Blunt says statistically 80% of the US population has herpes. Wow. Spanky says, don't ask, don't tell. 50, 80%. That's a lot, Blunt. But then again, there are various kinds of herpes, I guess. I guess a cold sore is considered herpes to some people. But if we do what Spanky says, don't ask, don't tell, is that also bad? Aren't there some things that we need to know? When you want to know someone's health history, what if that STD that you had 20 years ago made it where if you're a woman, you can't have children, and you're a man, you can't have children? Do you lie? Do you go through the process of, trying to have kids and knowing damn good well that you're not going to be able to? Do you go through the process of spending money and everything, and when you know what the end result is, will you be found out? I mean, do you just lie? So that's when I say, can lying be a dangerous road? But then again, can telling the truth be a dangerous road? How much truth do we really want to know? Can people handle lies more than they can handle the truth? Is the truth harder to stomach because it is the truth? But how do you know if it's the truth or a lie? How do you know if someone's lying to you or someone is telling the truth? For me, I'd rather know the truth. No matter how much it hurt, I would rather know the truth. But that's just me. if you're that person, and I apologize if I'm going down a road that may be sensitive to some people. If you're that person that's adopted, do you want to know? If you're that person that adopted a child, do you not tell them, do you not want to tell them the truth because you're afraid that they may love you less? They'll want to go look for their real parents? Are some truths you should tell? And when it comes to adoption, I always think of the whole medical thing. If something were to happen on the medical side, but would you want to deal with someone who, no matter what, they always told you the truth? You always know that if you went to that person, you'll always hear the truth. Or would you rather be with the person who, no matter what, they're not going to lie to you, but they're not really going to tell you the truth? It's a 50-50. That person will always make you feel good about yourself. While the other person, they're just going to lay it right there on the line. See, I'm the person where I'd rather people just lay it on the line. I always want to know where people are coming from, where I stand with people. But some people, the ones that I call, and everyone is not like this, is just a group of people that I put in a group. The people that are emotionally needy, they're the ones that you can't lay it on the line. They're the ones that you're going to have to tiptoe around and be very careful about what you say. And then you have the ones that they know you're lying to them, but they rather hear the lie. Sooner or later, the lie is going to catch up. It'll either catch up with you, the person who's telling the lie, or the person who is accepting it. Sooner or later, we have to accept that that person that you're dating is not good for you. That job that you have, it may be paying your bills, but it's stressing you out, it's making you sick, you need to quit. Your son or daughter, they're jerks. Do you lie or do you tell the truth? Are you someone who accepts lying because it's just easier, or would you rather know the truth? So those are my questions for today. Anyway, y'all, that's all I have. That's all I have. I am going to leave you guys with I'm gonna leave you guys with Aretha Franklin. That's going to be my outro. Aretha Franklin and Think. And as always, thank you guys for coming and liking this show. Much appreciated. And Spanky, it was good to see you. And VP, thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Okay, you guys, here we go. Aretha Franklin and Think.
You better think about what you're trying to do to me. Think, let your mind go, let yourself be free. Let's go way on, way back when. I didn't even know you couldn't have been too much more than 10. I ain't no psychiatrist, ain't no doctor with degrees, but it don't take too much time to see what you're doing to me. You better think about what you're trying to do to me, yeah. Think, let your mind go, let yourself be free. Oh, freedom, 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 oh, freedom.
And there we go, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day or evening wherever you are, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.